This man is no stranger to danger or the stage of the Manstration Comedy Show. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Sean Keogh!
I don't know how to work these things. Thank you. So let's talk about my day. I've been YouTubing today, really YouTubing it up. Came across this video of a Foo Fighters concert, and Dave Grohl kicks out two guys from the concert for fist fighting. And most of the comments left on the video are people saying how awesome Dave was for doing that. But then one person commented defending the guys fighting by saying, well, at least they don't support AIDS. As if that's a real thing. You can't defend somebody by making up something and then saying, well, at least they didn't do it. You can't say like, well, Hitler did a lot of really bad stuff, but he didn't turn the moon into cheese and then eat it. I mean, that would really screw up the world. That, and I don't know if you've seen the news lately, but AIDS doesn't need your support. It's got it. I will say this about Hitler. If he had $1 for every person he ever discriminated against, he would not have a single dollar. Because that is not Germany's currency. Borders is going out of business, and I feel bad for all their employees, but not nearly as bad as I feel for all those illegal immigrants who misunderstood the context of borders. I stabbed a man in 20 different places, because not only am I extremely violent, but I also love to travel. Take a minute. I was traveling once, I was on a road trip, and I passed through Mississippi, and I was warned that in Mississippi, cops really watch your speed, which made me paranoid, because when I do speed, I don't like anyone to watch me. I was on Facebook, and they had in the margin all these things, these options of things to like. And it has a little thumbnail, it'll tell you like a person plays, a show or a movie, and it'll tell you how many people have liked it. One of them said pneumonia, and it said, had the thumbs up, and it said 1,013 people have liked this. Which means that 1,013 people set up their profile, got to interest, and somewhere between stamp collecting and mountain biking, pneumonia came up. Either that or 1,013 people don't know what pneumonia is. I think more teenage girls would use Facebook if they changed the name to Face Magazine. I got an idea for a reality show that I want to run by MTV. You look like an MTV crowd, so I'll run it by you first. I don't even need to describe it. The name says it all. It's Ride My Pimp. I know what you're thinking. It's nothing like Pimp My Ride. Totally different show. Here's another reality show I'm working on. I want to pitch it to Bill Cosby, and it's about demon possession. It's called Kids Say the Damnedest Things. I think Nickelback and 50 Cent should donate to March of Dimes. And not just to maintain the theme of coinage, but also, despite their poor name choice, they can afford it. If I were Nickelback, I would make a company called Bottom Dollar, and I would work at the headquarters. That was puntastic. I bought a friend of mine a gift from an S&M store. It was a red rubber ball that you put in your mouth. And it's not what you think, okay? It was a gag gift. It was what you thought, okay. I was watching TV, and they had a Trojan condom commercial come on, and it said, "New fire and ice technology." And it made me wonder, how advanced can your culture be when your most recent technological breakthrough was fire and ice? That makes you slightly more sophisticated than fire and water. The thing they got right, though, was having a Trojan man instead of Trojan horse. Because what does a condom do? It penetrates and holds in all the semen. And what does a Trojan horse do? It penetrates and releases all the men. The car in front of me today had this bumper sticker that said, "My chocolate lab is smarter than your fourth grader." And it made me wonder how they arrived at such a specific conclusion. Did scientists decide they wanted to figure out how much smarter people were than dogs, and somehow they narrowed it down to chocolate labs, and they decided narrowed it down from people to fourth graders? But then they had to have a control variable, so they gave an IQ test to chocolate labs, gave the same one to fourth graders, and the same one to kids in every other grade. Every single grade beat the chocolate labs by a landslide, except fourth graders. And they're like, how can we get this information to the public? Bumper stickers. I saw a guy wearing a shirt that said FBI female body inspector, and I could tell just by looking at him that he had never inspected a female body. Last week in the news, they said a man robbed a convenience store in a Gumby costume. Today, he is in prison, playing the part of Gumby's horse, Pokey. Also, the ShamWow guy was caught with a prostitute. And lucky for him, when he had to wipe up afterwards, he happened to have a ShamWow. How convenient. You know how when you tell really exciting news, but then people don't have an exciting reaction? That's how I feel about that last joke. What else do I gotta tell you? This is an impression I have of a person catching somebody staring at them before the camera was invented. Paint a picture, it'll last longer. I like my women how I like my marshmallows. Hot and black, and between two crackers. Whenever I take a carton of milk out of the fridge, I try to avoid looking at the expiration date, because I know it's a spoiler alert. I know, dairy jokes are cheesy, I know. You say you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him apologize to Christopher Reeves. Oh, come on, that joke was super. How dare you boo that? Do you think the stingray that killed Steve Irwin was ostracized from the community after that? Because, he killed this representative from this other world. I know, right? And, who completely knew them and loved them, and now he's gone. To make you guys relate to this, it'd be like if we had a higher power who came to Earth and knew us and loved us, and then we killed him. What if that really happened? That did happen. Marvel has caused some controversy by making the Spider-Man in their latest issue half black. This is causing controversy. People are freaking out that he's biracial. And I'm pretty sure it's to distract everybody from the fact that he's already by species. It shows you how far we've come in society that people are like, half black, huh? Like, wait, he's half spider. Well, I can see that. I mean, he was bit by a spider, so makes sense. I think if racism did exist in the animal kingdom, it would make most sense if it were within the species of bears, if you think about it. Like, polar bears would have the stereotype that all black bears steal. And the black bears would say that all the pandas are bad drivers. And then all those bears would think that all the brown bears caused 9/11. On that groan, I will leave you. You guys have been wonderful. So have I. Thank you.
All right, show it.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Keogh!